So,
Okay.
what's up?
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks.
So, give me name, age, location,
my age
profession.
Okay, my name is Samantha Shakira Clark. I'm 30 now, which is confronting because I wasn't a few weeks ago. I live here in Bondi Beach. My profession, I like to say that I'm the world's biggest slashy as an actor, presenter, athlete.
World's biggest slashy.
Yeah, this slash that, slash
Yeah, right,
that.
right.
Yeah, like MC. So it's anything entertainment and fitness, I guess.
Yeah, cool.
Boxing coach, yoga teacher.
The diversity. I like the diversity.
Yeah,
You don't
so
know.
why? That's why I do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
thanks.
Cool. Okay, so give me 5 words to describe you.
Honest.
Mm.
Intense, but I like to say passionate. Funny.
Okay.
Would you agree?
No.
No, I'm funny. 2 more. Heartful.
Heartful.
I don't know if that's a word, but I do everything with heart. What?
This is why you're so unique and amazing. Is that
'Cause I
you're literally not sure if the word that
Heartful.
you're using to describe it.
Yeah, like it's for everything I do is like from the heart,
Yeah.
not the head.
Yeah, yeah.
And then my 5th word is it wanky to say unique? Maverick. Because you said I was a maverick.
You are a maverick.
Yeah.
It's true. And for anyone that doesn't know what a maverick is, because I did call Sammy a maverick.
Explain it to me actually again.
A maverick, the first time I heard it described, is someone who marches to the sound of their own drum. So it's just someone who is totally okay with just going their own way, doing their own thing.
Yeah, maverick.
And people talk about individualism, that's a maverick. But
Yeah.
like you know, a lot of mavericks in the world.
I hope that is the right definition, otherwise I've said I'm something that I actually don't know the definition.
It really is.
Okay, well I'll look up the dictionary later.
But I think a lot of people that are naturally a maverick just find themselves uncomfortable. They're just like, oh, Jesus, like I'm so different to everybody. Like, you know, a lot of
Well,
kids.
it's hard when you can't, when you know you're in like a huge environment of people, but you can't necessarily connect with everyone because you think a bit differently. It can be a bit confronting. So you can be in so many people but feel quite lonely because when you speak your view, people are like, oh.
They don't identify, or because it's
Yeah.
different, or.
Yeah, and so you're like, but I really want someone who can share these ideas and bounce them off.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case if you kind of got brought up differently or you know have this unique view of the world, which everyone has a unique view of the world, but if it's a little bit different to what's in your surroundings,
Yeah.
it can be personally it's been quite isolating.
Yeah, I think especially while you're younger, it's
Can I take
really.
my sunnies off? Doesn't matter.
That's great, actually.
Be gone. No, forget. Remember last time I did that and then I lost
You
him at the
forgot,
wrong
yeah,
bench?
yeah. But yeah, you found him again.
I found him. Because people don't steal.
Totally. No, I think while you're young and you have that maverick like characteristic, I think it can be a challenge for people.
I don't think people are encouraged, especially like big corporations that want to make money. I don't think they're
No.
encouraging people to
Yeah.
be individual.
No.
Because if you're individual, then you're not going to want to buy that makeup. You're not going to want to,
Right.
you know, have that fashion trend. So I don't think society, in terms of like the media or these big companies that sole purpose is to make money,
Yeah.
want individuality. They
Yeah.
want people to conform so they
Well,
can
yeah.
make money.
Yeah, so I was reading recently about the modern education system and how it's a uniform system. And it creates people that think the same because they are educated the same, they're
Yeah.
examined the same. So you end up coming out with like a cookie cutter type person that thinks the same.
Which is why Steiner schools are good. You know Steiner
Yeah, I've heard
schools?
about
Yeah.
it. I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, I think if I could teach anything, if I could insert anything into like primary schools, it would be teaching honesty, teaching compassion, and teaching the power of power. Like I think a lot of people when they get power through money or recognition or whatever really don't know what to do with it
Yeah.
and how to utilize it
Yeah.
for good.
Yeah.
You can still teach math and English, but you know, as a part of like a value system, like teaching the importance of transparency and honesty and
Yeah.
how to care about other people. We're in a world that teaches us to focus on self.
So you think they should teach how to deal with that?
Yeah.
For sure they should. Because,
Yeah.
But the thing is that like they don't at all. But how would you?
Like meditation or you know or connecting with other people in the class, like what you as an example, if 2 people are in a class, like primary school kids, you know, who grow up and they lie and they, you know, they find their identity in the world, that's how we explore, that sit and encourage to be completely honest to the person they're sitting across saying, I think this about you, and this is how you make me feel with this, and this. This is what I like about you. This is what confuses me about you.
Yeah.
They're having these like adult conversations at a young age
Yeah.
in a environment which has a container on it, so it's safe.
Yeah.
And then they start feeling safer speaking their truth.
Yeah.
And encouraged. You create adults that are encouraged to speak their truth
Yeah.
and feel
Different world,
comfortable doing it. I mean, it'll eradicate a lot of deceit
Yeah.
and confusion around relationships.
True.
Like that idea?
I do. I think it's cool.
Me too.
If you had a boat, what would you call it?
Sammy. Is that a bit sexual? Maybe.
Do you know what's funny? When I saw that question, I was like, that's a good one to ask. And I was wondering what you would say, and I did not expect you to say.
I'm on Sammy. Come on, Sammy. I would call it Sammy.
Okay, cool.
Maybe like Sammy swims or something, like some form of alliteration. I love words, right? Like, you know that.
Yeah.
Alliteration. So, you know what alliteration is?
Yes, lots of letters or words starting the same letter.
Yeah. So
Give me 3.
Sammy swim session or something.
Okay. Yeah. Sailing.
I'll work on the name.
Sammy.
We'll edit the new name in.
Sexy sailing Sammy.
No, I'm not going to sexualize my boat, James.
No?
No need. I'm fighting against sexualizing women. I don't really want to like go and.
What about like slippery?
Slippery Sammy? I feel like it's deceitful, isn't it?
Could you say sensual Sammy? Is that against sexualizing?
What's going on in your mind right now?
I don't know.
Where are you?
I don't know many words starting with S. What the fuck starts with
Yes,
S?
you do. So many words. It's actually like in the game, like Hangman, or you know where they used to Wheel of Fortune, whatever. S is a real common one.
Yeah.
So, anyway, next question. There's limited time in this video, and
There
I don't
is,
think we should.
but you know what I can do as well is I'm going to do cuts.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
You just cut that whole question out. That'd be
No! I'm going to leave the whole bit in.
That's a good cut. Oh, Jimmy, cut out the curlers. What would you name your boat? Would you sexualize it at all? Could we sensual Sammy?
No, so sensual is still sexual, isn't it?
It's like sexual, but with a little bit deeper intimacy.
Can I ask? Okay, this is actually super valid though. Why do you? So you say you want to push back against sexualizing of women?
Yeah.
Can we expand?
I think often, again, it comes into the media, and the reason I keep going about the media is that's what we're exposed to the most,
Yeah.
right? And it objectifies and sexualizes women and allows women to think that that's their importance in the world. So we've got to be beautiful and sexual and whatever to attract a man.
So it's their primary importance type.
It's
thing.
a primary
Right.
asset, and that's just not true. Like,
Right.
it's pretty, honestly, like, it's pretty sacred and incredible that a woman's body can create life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's amazing. And so
Yeah.
the sexual thing isn't to be shunned. Like, I'm not
Right.
against
Okay.
sexuality or
Got it.
allowing women, but for it to be what they're put forward for, for it to be what they're seen as, for it to be what we're encouraged to show off,
Yeah.
is really limiting. And it devalues our brain and our insight, and I think we're living in a quite a masculinely dominated area, society and time.
Yeah.
And so our emotions are seen as like a bit, women and their emotions, whereas like they're incredibly powerful. For a woman to be able to tap into emotions and tap into stuff that's maybe harder to find in your head and easier to feel in your body, like that's an asset that society should bring out, not just their ability to please a man visually.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay,
So-
totally. So genuinely, I didn't know why at the start of that question, so now I totally understand.
Yeah.
Fair.
Cool. Yeah.
Very fair.
What do you think about that?
About that whole thing?
Yeah.
I think it's totally fair. And I definitely think that it needs to be done as well. Like, there's so many girls that are. I mean, just especially what we were just talking about. Just some people just purely only see the value of a girl when they're talking to them.
And do you know what? On that, it's really like I've got a lot of guys that are mates. It's
Yeah.
really double-edged sword because they'll sexualize women, but then if a woman sexualizes herself, they're like,
You're
look
right.
at her doing that. It's
You're
like,
right.
But you and media and years have
It's
said
weird.
do that.
It's a weird ground.
Then they do that.
I
and-
totally understand what you're saying, but I don't understand why we do it. So I would love to, I look at a girl and if they're really attractive, I'll be like, okay, she's really sexy, she's really hot. But if she sexualizes herself, I'm like, okay, she's a bit of a hoe.
Yeah, and so you can see that can be really confusing and hurtful to women because we're like, well, what is our place in the world? We're not encouraged for emotions. If we're strong, we're seen as too strong and men don't love it.
Yeah.
Because men want to have their masculinity not necessarily too questioned. So
Yeah.
we're trying to find our place in the world and we're trying to find it based on the feedback we've been given. But then that's not right either. And
Yeah.
so
Do you know why it's complex though? Is because there's men out there that naturally get given that position of, if you're a male and you're a dynamic with a woman, you sort of have the upper hand because the male's seen as stronger, right?
Yeah.
Typically.
Well,
But
yeah.
there's a lot of men that have insecurities. So then when they see a confident woman, then that's that whole thing of like the woman doesn't want to be too confident because then it threatens the man.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot of weak men.
And well, it's also like the
But there's weak people.
masculine energy, like
Yeah.
yin and yang. So masculine, yang, yin, feminine. Masculine energy is quite dominating. Feminine energy
It
is
is.
quite submissive. So
Yep.
if you get a strong woman
Yep.
and a man doesn't have more
Yes.
natural masculinity or comfortable with his own masculinity, they will feel submissive, which
Yes.
will make them feel feminine,
Yes.
which they won't respond
Yes.
to. So you can get these incredibly strong, wonderful, giving, loving, achieved women that feel like, as an example, I feel like it's really hard for me to date a guy because I come across as too strong or too intense. And I honestly think a large part of it is because there's not many men that are comfortable with me having my own little thing and not threatened by it. And that's awful.
and does that make it hard for you? Do you feel like you have to sort of dull your light sometimes?
No, I won't dull my
But
light.
have you ever like thought about it?
Yeah, I had a conversation about it the other day. I was like with a friend, and I was thinking, if I'm so strong and it's putting a lot of men off,
Yeah.
do I submit myself? Which I never would. 'Cause
Good,
it's against
yeah.
everything I believe for. It's just going to be harder and rarer
Yeah.
for me to find someone that's comfortable with it, which is really hurtful because the downfall is that I've worked so hard on myself and becoming a strong,
Yeah.
kind, well-educated, insightful person, and that's actually a downfall.
Yeah.
Because it's harder
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
So like, the less I've worked on myself, the easier it would be to find a compatible partner, and that's crazy making.
I think a lot of people identify with that that whole thing of once you better yourself, then you find it a little bit harder to find a match. But if you just sort of settle, it's really easy to find a match, and you
but
just
soul destroying.
yeah,
And you know, in the relationship for the wrong reason.
and potentially leads to the whole thing of why there's 50% divorce rates.
I think a lot of people go in. Most people, and I'll kind of shift the subject, go into relationships for the wrong reason. I think a lot of people go in seeing what they can get out of it. So whether it's sex, security, financial security, cure for boredom, company, you know, and they're some of the better reasons. And they go, yeah, that's what we're going into a relationship for. I think ultimately, like sacred, proper, powerful relationships, you go in to see what you can give. So what part of you want to show up next? So patience, love, kindness, compassion. It's always about what you can give, and I don't think that's what happens very often. So even if a relationship lasts 10 years or 20 years, it's almost a failure because they're not actually meeting and empowering and bettering each other. They're taking, and so when they say I love you, it's more like I'll trade you. And they don't know it.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
they find love outside themselves as opposed to being so full, so in love with their life and themselves that their inclination, that their heart is bursting to. That's what, like, my heart actually aches because I've got so much love to give.
You're amazing.
And I don't really, have anyone romantically to give it to right now, and that's
Right
fine.
now, yeah.
But if I went in wanting to take, all my relationships would either be unhealthy or fizzle or be short term.
Got it. Yeah. So sorry to cut you off, but that's 13 minutes, pal. And this is 10 minutes with Sammy.
Yay! Well, you just cut out the boat question.
No way. Boat's thing.